Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Hideous Thoughts here, coming at you with another Black Desert Online video for console. I'm not going to get into all the intro bullshit because this video is incredibly long as it is, and I don't want to extend it out. So, guys, you know what the dealio is. Like, subscribe, all that crap. But, guys, I've made timestamps for the video if you want to skip to specific parts, but there is a lot to cover in this update. It is massive. There is pages and pages of notes to get through. So guys, skip to the parts that you want, but stick around for the whole video because there's so much information for you to learn. But anyways, guys, enough about that. I don't want to drag this on any longer. Let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to get through is the GM notes. Bartering is in. We have bartering in console now. This is something that a lot of people have been wanting to do or wanting for a long time. And the reason is because bartering makes you a shitload of money. There is so much money that you can make doing bartering. So let's quickly get through this, guys. So a new life skill has been added to the Black Desert in the May 27 update. The update brings the ocean trading, life skill, bartering, and all the complexities and strategies that go along with it. Let us guide you through some of the basics of bartering to give you a taste of what's to come. So what is bartering? So bartering is a life skill where you transfer certain goods from one place to another across the sea. You will also visit various islands, trading up from land goods such as old tree bark and powder of time to eventually reach level 5 items and possibly even crow coins, a new currency specifically for bartering items. You'll be able to follow certain trade routes, sail across the oceans, and discover the riches that lie in different areas. The more you barter, the more barter routes you will unlock, allowing you access to better items and better barter deals. So tip, guys, the more your sailing level, the quicker that you can zip around between islands when bartering. So how do you barter? Place your land goods into your ship's inventory through your character's inventory, and you can use the wharf manager to transfer the goods from your city storage directly into your boat. Then you're going to sail your ship towards the barter NPC, then stop when you get there. Once your ship comes to a halt, the barter UI will appear. Anchor your boat, then press barter. So, pro tip, make sure you complete your daily quest to quickly level your sailing life skill level. While your boat is anchored, you will have access to two other options, explore and supply. Supply will give you some of your supplies back, allowing your boat to continue on its merry way without needing to stop in order to resupply the craft. Explore, available if you have sailors, will send your sailors onto the nearby island to explore. You need to have at least 100,000 rations and can improve or reduce key elements, which is rations, ship HP, ship condition. And there is also a chance to obtain items or obtain quests. Supply will obviously resupply some of your ship's resources too. There is also a chance to get these special events while sailing, and if that is the case, it will not consume rations. So another pro tip, guy, using either supply or explore while anchored will start a 20-minute cooldown where you cannot perform both supply or explore again for 20 minutes. So to access the barter menu, you need to press start and you need to go to life and barter, which will open up your bartering information window. This menu will show you everything you need in order to barter successfully. So parlay, it's parlay, right, guys? That's the old pirate term. These points are family wide and required in order to barter. You will start at 1 million parlay points and consume these as you barter your way across the sea. Once this number reaches 0, you will be able to refresh your barters, which will give you access to another 1 million parlay. So the barter refresh, these are the amount of refresh points you have available and are family wide. Your refresh points will start at 100, 150 with a value pack, and will refresh at the following times: 11 p.m. PDT, 6 a.m. UTC, 3 p.m. GMT. These points can be used to refresh your barter list as well as restore all parlay points available to you. There are 5 options in the barter refresh menu. The first one is trade item barter refresh, which is consuming 20 points to immediately refresh the barter list. Trade item barter instant refresh, consume 50 barter refresh points to immediately refresh the list when you are unable to refresh due to the 4-hour cooldown. Material barter refresh, using 40 barter refresh points to immediately change all barters into ship materials. And material barter instant refresh, using 70 barter refresh points to bypass the material barter refresh cooldown. And the last one is reducing the refresh cooldown by using 50,000 parlay to reduce the cooldown by 5 minutes. Now, what do you get from bartering? Well, as you barter your way through the stages, you will collect various trade items that you choose to store away for later. Barter it again or sell it to vendors. While you can sell tier 3 to 5 barter goods to vendors, you can also trade them for crow coins. The currency is the most powerful of trade guilds, the Crow's Merchant Guild. These crow coins can be exchanged for multitudes of items from Ravinia's twin sister at Lima Island. Alright guys, so this is an item, this is kind of like give you an idea about what you can use the crow coins for. Okay, now I'm not going to go through all of the details, but you've got these right here. You've got Ebenruth Knoll, box of Caphras, Cronstones, memory frags, 20 box of Caphras, 20 Cronstones, 20 memory frags, enhanced island tree code, luminous gold ingot. You guys get the idea, right? Bright reef piece. You've got the Carracks, the Cox Pirates artifact here, more ingots, you know, all this sort of stuff here, right? So you can exchange your crow coins for these things all on this list right here. Now, what do I need to do to start bartering? Well, the barrier of entry to start bartering is relatively low. All you require is a boat that can carry the weights of items required for bartering. You will also need the land materials in quantities required for bartering. Once you start making your first runs, you'll quickly find that the system is relatively intuitive. Hiring sailors, getting better boats, raising your sailing XP are all beneficial to bartering, but not required to begin your bartering adventure. Okay guys, so that's a brief overview in the GM notes there about what bartering is. We're going to get into a little bit more detail in the patch notes, but for now, let's move on to the next GM note, which is ships. Now, there's a range of different ships, guys. They spoke about this in the stream. So what we're going to do, this is just going to give us a little bit of an overview of each of the ships, so you guys can get an understanding about what kind of ship you would want to be getting. Okay, so alright, so the Epheria Cog is a ship capable of high speeds across the seas. The Cog has one inventory slot, which is less than ideal for many who are looking to start trading across the open seas. It also lacks offensive options as it has no cannons on its deck, but where the boat shines is speed. The boat is able to zip across the water and get you from point A to point B faster than nearly any other ship in its class. The Epheria Cog is relatively easy to craft. However, it does have a limited duration, much like fishing boats, rafts, and rowboats. But if you're looking to start your seafaring adventures with a boat that is more permanent, the Bartali Sailboat is an excellent option. While the boat has been in-game for a while, this update brings the ability to upgrade your boats, including a way to turn the Bartali Sailboat into either a Epheria Frigate or an Epheria Sailboat. If you're looking for an excellent starting boat, the Bartali Sailboat can be purchased from Protty in Velia for 10 million silver, which will give you access to a boat that can be repaired, boasts 3 inventory slots, and also has a couple of player-controlled cannons on board. Now, the player-controlled cannons, a player must interact with the cannon in order to use it. That means that a captain would need to leave the wheel in order to fire the cannons. And the player-controlled cannons are available on any of the upgraded ships after the Epheria Sailboat. Frigate allows the captain to control the captain-controlled cannons available on any of the upgraded ships after the Epheria Sailboat, and Frigate allows a captain to control both the boat's movement and the cannons at the same time. That's a new function that they've added to the game, guys. So if you've got one of the upgraded ships, you now can fire your cannons from the wheel, which means you can steer the boat and shoot cannons at the same time. While the Epheria Sailboat and the Epheria Frigate are known entities, they also have new upgrade parts to make your boats even better. The improved Epheria Sailboat and the improved Frigate are side upgrades that slightly improve your ship and give access to captain-controlled cannons. The improved versions of the Sailboat and Frigate are great ways to begin your bartering or sea monster hunting journeys, as they boast more firepower and quicker reload speeds on the cannons. Both are relatively easy to obtain than their bigger upgrades, as they do not require special materials earned through bartering. So to upgrade your ship, you will need to collect all of the upgrade materials required, then talk to the wharf manager. Select your boat, hit the upgrade button, and your ship will be improved from its current version. These upgrade paths do not require a worker setup, making them even more accessible. Alright, so I believe these are the upgrades right here. The Epheria Caravel is the big upgrade to the sailboat. It has more weight, more cabins, and more importantly, more inventory slots than the Epheria Sailboat. Improved Epheria Sailboat. It is one of the best ships for bartering due to the weight and inventory slots, but also packs a punch as it has the same cannons as the improved Epheria Sailboat. Upgrading to the Caravel can be tough as it requires both items from sea monster hunting and a lot of level 2, 3, and 4 bartering materials. You will also need to upgrade all of the Epheria ship enhancements, old prow, old plating, old cannon, and old wind sail to +10, so that getting the Caravel may take time. Now the Epheria Galleass is the big upgrade to the Epheria Frigate. The boat is faster and easier to handle than the Caravel, but the downside to it is it has less inventory. It also packs an absolutely massive punch with 4 captain-controlled cannons, similar to the improved frigate, and has 30 cabins, so you can have a much larger crew of sailors on board. This boat is perfect for those looking to go sea monster hunting or pirateering across the high seas. Again, much like the Caravel, the Galleass requires you to sea monster hunt and barter in order to obtain the materials for the upgrade. Now, the Epheria Caravel can then be upgraded into the Carrack, which is advanced, or the Carrack Balance. And the Epheria Galleass can be upgraded into the Carrack Volant or the Carrack Valor. These ships require a considerable amount of resources from both sea monster hunting and bartering, but they are the highest tier of ships available at this time. All of the Carracks boast 9 powerful cannons to lay siege to anything unfortunate enough to be in the line of fire. The Carrack Advance and the Carrack Balance offer huge holds capable of holding enough items for even the most complex of barter routes, and have massive weight limits. The Carrack Volant and the Carrack Valor are massive warships built for more speed, while also packing massive punches when it comes down to fighting your enemies. Alright, now sailors, guys. So with ships now having cabins, you can also hire sailors to help manage your boat through the voyage. Sailors add different benefits depending on their personality, speed, acceleration, etc., and consume cabin space depending on their type. In order to begin hiring sailors, you will need to complete the quest, the Great Expedition Aquila's Eye, that can be found in your suggested quest tab. Through this quest, you will earn sailing XP, but most importantly for sailors is that you will be given your first sailor contract. This will then give you the ability to purchase more contracts to offer to other sailors. Unlike workers who need to be rolled through a worker manager, sailors are dependent on contractors, and you will need to first find the sailor, then offer him a contract. Sailors appear as normal NPCs in the following locations. So you've got Velia inside the inn by Igor Bartali, Port Epheria on the beach by the Beached Whale, and Ilia Island next to the general goods vendor on the island. Sailors are easily recognized as they have the sailor name that appears above their heads, as well as their characteristics. These characteristics will let you know ahead of time what kind of stats that particular sailor can offer. Once the sailor accepts the contract, he will make his way to your boat, where he will begin his new life under your captainship. To hire a sailor, you will need to first purchase a contract for 3 million silver, then talk to the sailor that you want to hire. Once the sailor accepts the contract, he will make his way to your boat, where he will begin his new life under your captainship. Now, sailor upkeep. Being at sea is a perilous life. Sickness is a very real possibility on the waves. As a captain, it is up to you to make sure that your sailors are healthy and in working shape. Sailors have a meter called condition, which works very similar to the way that you feed workers in order to keep them working. Unlike workers, sailors need a healthy diet in order to not get sick. The preferred meal for sailors is chowder, which is made through the following recipe. So you've got dried pearl oyster flesh ×1, pepper ×2, pork ×2, milk ×1, teff bread ×1, and that makes you chowder, and you can use that to feed your sailors. This dish is enough to keep even the biggest of sailors healthy and in good condition. However, these resources are scarce. Sailors can also eat raisin bread available from wharf managers or Islam Bartali at the Lunar Halo Inn. While not as filling as chowder, sailors will happily chow down loaves of raisin bread to keep their spirits high. If a sailor's condition reaches 0, they can get sick. While sick, any bonus that they apply to the ship will be deactivated, so it is imperative to keep them healthy. If a sailor does come down with sickness, guys, There's no need to throw him off the ship in the middle of the Ross Sea. Alchemists of Black Desert have developed an elixir of regeneration which helps cure this sickness. Through simple alchemy, you can combine the following ingredients: the Mandragora Essence, Essence of Magic Powder, Oil of Regeneration, Troll Blood, and Grape, and you can make yourself some of this elixir of regen. Once crafted, this elixir is enough to cure the sailing sickness which may plague your low-condition workers. So we've got other sailor benefits. While you are out bartering and dealing with NPCs of each island, you can send out your sailors to perform tasks. We've already gone over this a little bit. The supply option, which will restore some rations on board your ship, while Explore sends a sailor off on the island to see what they can scavenge. They can return with things like rations, repair or damage ships, or even find rare treasures. Okay, guys, so that's a little bit about some workers and the ships. Now, we've got the next GM notes, which is the Journals of Denum Protty. Okay, so the Journals of Denum Protty describe mysterious caves and ancient cities beneath the waves of the great ocean. His tales of ancient creatures and vast riches beneath the waves were considered fairy tales for children, until one day a mysterious man washed up on the beach with stories that confirmed the great claims of Denum Protty. Of course, treasure hunters took no time at all to sail in search of riches, and those that made it back further confirmed the legitimacy of the claims, as well as created detailed maps for those adventurers looking for a challenge. Those adventurers who are level 58 or higher will be able to accept the mortally wounded man quest line under the level 58 Calls of the Ocean, Journey to the Deep Sea category of suggested quests. But before you go rushing off towards glory, we advise you to read upon what you're going to be facing. So, Protty Cave, guys, is now in the game. Protty Cave, named by Denum Protty, who had discovered it, can be found on Waiter Island, just north of the shores of Velia. The journals talked about how the inhabitants of the cave seemed to be quite enlightened for monsters, even displaying potential religious customs. While they seemed pacifist in nature, they are incredibly territorial and will throw themselves to protect their cave. Some, as Denum discovered, were capable of discharging electricity to incapacitate and injure those who approach the cave. Getting to the cave is relatively easy. Acquire transport to Waiter Island, then search for the entrance of the cave within the rocks there. So this is Velia, and Protty Cave is right here, guys, so it's not really too far. Now, the threats of Protty Cave, what you guys need to know. Protty Cave is inhabited by different types of Protty monsters, also named by Denum. While regular Protties are not too difficult to defeat, that's the Zero Protties and the Kaz Protties, possess electric. Protty Cave is inhabited by different types of Protty monsters. While regular Protties are not too difficult to defeat, the Zero Protties and the Kaz Protties possess electric abilities that can surely shock adventurers. Within the cave lies unique types of Protty too. The Protty Utheca resembles plants, and once their health is depleted to a certain amount, there is a chance they will produce a hidden Sid Protty. The Sid Protty will appear amongst monsters and when attacked will attempt to escape, hiding among the residents of the area. If left too long, a Sid Protty will blend into his environment and disappear. Sid Protties also have a special ability to evolve before death, so when adventurers try to destroy the Protty Utheca before they spit out a Sid Protty, it may either increase in size or evolve into a different Protty. For example, a parasitic Sid Protty can either grow in size into a gnawing Sid Protty or evolve into a hungry Protty. Defeating the evolved version of the Protty Zero Protty and Kaz Protty will increase the chances at better rewards. Okay, so Protty Cave rewards. The monster of Protty Cave will drop black stones as well as Protty fins, which can be sold for silver to vendors. There are also some key items that adventurers will want to look out for. Abyssal Essence can drop here, which is a key ingredient in creating frenzy drafts. A draft that can increase your AP against monsters by 30 at the cost of 15 DP. With some additional benefits, this draft has been sought after by the strongest of adventurers. Adventurers will also be able to obtain Rainbow Coral Ring, exclusive to the Protty Cave, The power of the ring is equal to the Cagtum Submission Ring or the Mark of Shadow Ring, and grants an additional 100 HP. Ancient Seals and Red Shards can also be found in Protty Cave, which are used in combination with the Ancient Seal Black Shards, which are found in Sycraia Underwater Ruins, to create the powerful Tungrad Ring. It is the strongest ring in the Black Desert world, surpassing both the Ring of Crescent Guardian and the Eye of Ruins ring, and also gives plus 10% bonus to obtain Black Spirit's Rage. Adventurers may stumble across fragments of the deep sea, which houses the memories of the ancients. Piercing 5 together in a plus shape will create memories of the deep sea, which grants access to the challenging abyssal zone of the Sycraia Underwater Ruins. It is also possible to obtain Sycraid's Song, a beautiful aqua bead that is known to have strong stabilizing powers. How one would use it, however, is still a mystery. Okay, guys, so that's a little bit about Protty Cave. Now we're going to get into the Sycraia Underwater Ruins, guys. So this is the new area that has been dropped into Black Desert, one of the most anticipated grinding spots in the game, which also brings with it the Tungrad rings, which are, like we just read, the strongest rings in the game. Okay, so we've got here, Denum Protty not only discovered Protty Cave, but as he adventured further out to sea, he came across the ruins of an ancient city. What he discovered defies belief and is partially the reason his journals were considered fiction. The city of Sycraia was filled with sculptures of the finest quality, and the architecture was resplendent even in its dilapidated state. The engravings and symbols that were plastered throughout the region were beautiful, and Denum spent as much time as he could to try and decipher their meaning, a task which proved fruitless. Yet as he ventured further into the ruins, oblivious to the dangers he was subjecting himself to, the water around him raged. The torrents of water around him announced the arrival of a colossal creature. Awe was his first response. The massive monster dwarfed anything he had seen before. Then as the shadow loomed over him, the existential terror filled every pore of his body. He attempted to escape, calling out for Elian to rescue him. As the stories tell it, Denum Protty fell unconscious, waking up washed ashore, and a shell of the adventurer who started the journey. And now, much like the tales of the journals, a wounded man had washed ashore, talking of ancient cities filled with weapons and a terror from the deep, enough to drive the most headstrong adventurers to madness. Finding the ruins. Now, guys, so finding this place is it's not that hard if you know what you're looking for. So Sycraia Underwater Ruins can only be accessed by diving into the ocean and swimming to the ocean floor just north of Ilia Island. Adventurers will be able to use the Griffin ride in Velia to take you to Ilia Island directly in about 3 minutes. Adventurers are advised to take a sea vessel out to the spot marked in the image below and dive in said spot. Since diving requires a great deal of stamina and the ruins are difficult to find, having a vessel there to recover is almost a necessity. So, the Sycraia Underwater Ruins has 4 entrances, all of which are on the ocean floor. The entrances look like stone gateways, each facing north, southeast, and west. Going through one of these entrances will take you to the upper zone of Sycraia Underwater Ruins. The way that I find it, guys, this island here, there's an old Colosseum. You'll see it. So I'll sail to this spot. There's an old Colosseum here. At least that's what it looks like. It's a big stone building that's half destroyed. And I'll just park there and then I dive down. You're going to find, like it says, like a stone archway. And it'll have like a portal looking thing through it. You swim all the way down. And once you get there, you can take off your swimming outfits or whatever you need. And it's all like a magical zone where you can walk around like normal. So the threats of the upper zone of Sycraia Underwater Ruins. Through the ancient weapons of Sycraia have been battling countless intruders and thus are not what they once were. The damaged Pirash, damaged Lycan, and damaged Kuriba are still formidable monsters that can pose a threat to adventurers. Damaged Pirash have the limited mobility but roam the ruins to protect it from intruders. Damaged Pirash work as a team. If one is attacked, several more will start swarming the adventurer. Now, the damaged lichens boast a bit more power than the Parash, attacking adventurers with their tails. Adventurers should be careful around damaged lichens, as many unsuspecting creatures have fallen victim to a lichen tail. Damaged Kuribas are equally as dangerous as the lichens, if not more. They use their pincers to strike at any intruders, destroying their foes with ease. Adventurers are advised to avoid the pincer attacks if they hope to return back to the surface. The most powerful of them all is the summonable field boss Sycraia. Sycraia boasts incredible power and HP, requiring the help of many more adventurers to take it down. It is foolish to go alone. So the ancient creature Sycraia, to summon it, what you need to do is you need to collect ancient creatures scale times 5, arrange them into a plus formation to create the form of ancient creature. This item lasts for 7 days and starts the Sealing the Sycraia Underwater Ruins quest. Can only be completed once per week. Then proceed to the middle of the upper zone of the ruins and use the ancient seal. Once the seal has been broken, a server message will be sent out to announce that Sycraia will spawn in 20 minutes. Once Sycraia has spawned, it will be immune to damage until all of the summoned Carracks are defeated. Be warned, just because Carracks are defeated does not mean Sycraia is incapable of dishing out plenty of damage to all adventurers fighting it, not just the adventurer who summoned it. Like other field bosses, if Sycraia is not defeated within 30 minutes, it will despawn, defeating the monster. However, will allow adventurers to loot its carcass for rewards. Defeating the monster, however, will allow adventurers to loot its carcass for rewards. The adventurer who summoned it will be able to complete the quest, which grants traces of the ancient seal times 2. Now, open the traces of the ancient seal to randomly obtain one of the following items. So, Secret Song, Black Magic Crystals, Caphras Stones, Ancient Spirit Dust, Rainbow Coral Ring, Tongue Red Rings, Black Stones, all this sort of stuff, guys. Okay, so there you go. So that was probably I don't know if that's the most valuable, the Tongue Red Ring, but there's definitely some things there that are worth a bit of silver. So after Sycraia is defeated, the ancient seal on that server will disappear for 6 hours. Adventurers should travel to a different server if their server does not have any of the ancient seal ready. You should travel to a different server if their server does. After Sycraia is defeated, the ancient seal on that server will disappear for 6 hours. Adventurers should travel to a different server if their server does not have any of the ancient seal ready. Upper zone of Sycraia Underwater Ruins. Now, the Sycraia Underwater Ruins possess a lot of what Protty Cave has. Abyssal Essence, Fragment of the Deep Sea, Sycraia Song, Ancient Seal, Red Shards, and Black Stones. However, there are a few more exclusive items that the adventurers will surely want to get their hands on. Ancient Seal Black Shards can exclusively be found here. Placing the Ancient Seal Black Shard and Red Shard in a formation will create the most powerful ring in the game, Tongue Red Rings. Not only are the shards obtainable here, the luckiest of adventurers may pick up the Tongue Red Ring here as well. Ancient creatures' scales can be randomly obtained, which allows the adventurers to summon Sycraia. Each adventurer will be able to summon Sycraia once a week for the chance at valuable rewards. Sycraia Underwater Ruins, the Abyssal Zone. The Abyssal Zone of the Sycraia Underwater Ruins houses the ancient weapons in all their former glory, undamaged and extraordinarily powerful. The ancient weapons here are stronger than the monsters found in Epheria Ruins, so only the strongest and bravest of adventurers traverse through the Abyssal Zone. Higher risk, however, also means higher chance at obtaining great rewards. To reach the Abyssal Zone of the Sycraia Underwater Ruins, adventurers will need Fragment of the Deep Sea times 5. Place them in a plus formation to create Memories of the Deep Sea. Take the item to the sealed device to plant the Memories of the Deep Sea and dive into the ocean floor, teleporting to the Abyssal Zone. Now, what are the threats of the Abyssal Zone? The ancient weapons in the Abyssal Zone do not have to defend the area from invaders for generations, leaving them at their full power. Parashas, much more faster than their damaged counterparts, giving reason to numerous claims that they were created to be used as scouts through the least dangerous of the ancient. Though the least dangerous of the ancient weapons, adventurers should be wary of their speed and agility. Another ancient weapon that was used for reconnaissance were the lichens, swimming in a way that made it look like they were flying, so watch out for their tails, same as before. The Carracks of old are no pushovers, as their 2 pincers could cause devastation to anyone who crossed their path. If adventurers find themselves in front of Elmermole, they are advised to retreat as quickly as possible. These powerful ancient weapons can charge into adventurers with tremendous force, leaving very few able to escape to tell the tale. Only the bravest and strongest of adventurers should attempt to collect riches in the Abyssal Zone. So Padix Island has also been introduced into the game. Padix Island has also seen some changes recently. Mutant lower flowers have begun to bloom on the island, sending those who inhale the fumes in a violent rage and a massive increase in their powers. The Cox pirates have become addicted to the power burning these flowers unleashes within them, and have built lower flower pots around the islands to burn the mutant flowers when they need a fresh dose of power. Be wary travelling to these islands while the Calpheon Parliament commands your efforts in eliminating pirate threats. They want nothing to do with the adventurers foolish enough to attempt to take down the mutant lower flower addicted pirates. Threats of Padix Island. Padix Island is now a recommended 270 AP area and has been designed around 2-man parties who can take on the challenges of the area. The violent Cox pirates are easily distinguishable as the Modifa. I don't even know how to say these words, guys. Addicted to the mutant lower flower is displayed above their name. The lower flower pots periodically release their noxious fumes, enraging the pirates around it. These violent Cox pirates see an increase in their AP/DP, while also having attacks that can ignore guard and super armor. To counter this, you can add a mutant lower flower neutralizer to the pot, removing the violent tag on the pirates and restoring them to their weaker but still strong versions. However, rumor has it though that the wildlife in the area have become addicted to the potent fumes and are much more protective over the pots. Whenever you try to neutralize the lower flower pots, there is a certain chance that swarming the mutant lower snakes will appear. If you're lucky or unlucky enough, the big, bad, illuminating old mutant lower snake will appear, which is significantly larger in size than its normal counterparts. Mutant lower snakes have a higher chance to drop the ethereal earring than the regular mutant lower snakes. Now the rewards, the ethereal rings are a brand new accessory which drops at Padix Island. The accessory greatly enhances the defense powers of the wearer while offering nothing but accuracy on the offensive front. These valuable earrings will only drop at Padix Island, so adventurers who are looking for a strong defensive bow should look to finding partners for Padix Island. Okay guys, so that's all of that so far is just the GM notes. We still have the 3 pages of patch notes to get in. Alright, so let me just come up to the top really quickly. Alright, so let's get into the patch notes. Now, some of this we've already covered, so I will be able to skip it a little bit, but there's going to be some information in here that was not covered. Alright guys, so we already know roughly what the Great Expedition is all about now. We've got the bartering here, and this just says this is where you can negotiate trades. Yeah, so we already know, right? So we've got here, this is like an example of a barter. Naval ration can be exchanged for the islander's lunchbox. Okay, so that's something like that. Bartering is available through Papu and Orta barterers on islands and drifting sailors in Margoria. If the required items are stowed within the holds of your ship, they will automatically be exchanged and loaded. Please note items in your character's inventory cannot be used to barter. That's really important to note, guys, in case you are thinking if you can store items inside your character. Alright, now, bartering is done by using parley points, so we know that. Items that restore parley points have been added to the game. Manufacturing and item collection increase scroll will guarantee 1 Crow's Trade voucher. However, manufacturing and event item collection increase scroll will not yield a Crow's Trade voucher. Crow's Trade voucher restores 250,000 parley points. You cannot exceed 1 million parley points. Crow's Trade voucher has a cooldown of 4 hours once used. The following bartering change happen across all island nodes out at sea. Alright guys, so you've got the level 1 trade, level 2 trade, level 3, 4, 5, and the final trade. Okay, so that's kind of like what you will expect. Certain barters offer materials needed to upgrade ships and enhancement materials. Obtained crow coins can be seen under the new weight bar in your inventory. Additionally, sea trade goods can be sold to vendors for silver starting from level 3 and up. The prices increase as the level of goods increase. So, level 1 sea trade goods cannot be sold. Level 2 cannot be sold. Level 3 sea trade goods, 1 million silver. Level 4 sea trade goods, 2 million silver. Level 5, 5 million silver. Certain level 5 sea trade goods can be sold for 10 million silver. Okay. Level 5 sea trade goods can be sold through the currency exchange as well. Offers in bartering will come from a small number of islands first. The more you barter, the more papus and otters from the world will be willing to barter with you. Storage keepers from each region have turned their attention towards bartering and have started to stock up on trade items. The barter items can also be used to trade for certain upgrade materials and treasure items. So guys, if you just want to just quickly pause this, I'm just going to read this part, and you just can pause it and have a look at the items here on the left. So the island tree coated plywood is the upgrade materials, okay? And this is the barter materials here on the left side. Rock salt ingot, cobalt ingot, Cox pirate's artifact, bright reef piece, pure pearl crystal, deep sea memory filled glue, Cox pirate's extermination seal, tie-dyed standardized timber square, luminix cobalt ingot, great ocean dark iron, seaweed stalk, Cox pirate's artifact, ruddy manganese nodule, enhanced island tree coated plywood, moon scale plywood, moon vein flax fabric, violent sea monsters scale, saltwater crocodile scale, brilliant rock sea ingot, brilliant pearl shard, Cox pirate's artifact combat. Now this is Oquilla's flower, so you've got all of these ones here. And tier of the ocean. Okay guys, so that goes in the list of level 2 barter materials all the way down to level 5, and they're the items that you can exchange for right here, and you can use these items for various things, including upgrading your ships. Barter information can be found in the barter information window, so we know that the barter information window can be manually updated. You can select one of the refresh methods with the barter refresh used. Trade item barter refresh can be used with a 4-hour cooldown, consuming one refresh at a time. Reduce the time cooldown. Yep, okay. So yeah, we know that. You can increase the bartering life skill via bartering. So the bartering life skill has been added to the game, and you can increase that by bartering. Each time you barter, you will obtain better barter life skill XP. The amount of barter XP that you can obtain from each island depends on the trade items available on said islands. Bartering is affected by life XP scrolls. You can find your bartering life skill XP in the My Info window. The camera will move to the island when you select a trade good in Barter UI. Barter refreshes at the following times, we know that. Now, special bartering. While bartering, special bartering offers can become available at a low chance through bartering NPCs on each of the islands. Special barters are event-like barters that are made available through chance during regular bartering. They appear with a low chance compared to regular barters, but special bartering allows you to barter for expensive items or large sums of crow coins. The more you repeatedly barter, the more probability you have of special barters becoming available. If you barter gold bars through special bartering, you will be able to earn crow coins or expensive items that cannot be obtained through regular bartering. You must arrive at the island to know what item you will get from special barter. When a special barter becomes available, it appears on the world map barter information UI with a gold badge icon. Information about the area where the special barter is available can be found on the barter information window. A system message will be displayed when a special barter becomes available. You can select regular and special barters in the barter menu. No new special barters become available if the goods are not bartered for an already existing special barter. Now the Crow Coin Exchange, a new vendor that accepts Crow Coins was added. So Ravinia, the Crow Coin vendor, can be accessed through the Crow Coin Exchange on Crow's Nest. Various ocean-related items can be purchased here. So we already know that we can use the Crow Coins to purchase special items. Alright, new ships, equipments, and functions. So the Epheria Cog has been added. So we've gone over the ships a little bit, guys. I don't want to spend too much time here because it's just going to drag the video on longer than it needs to. So we've got the Epheria Cog. This is how it can be crafted right here. 2 different ways. You're welcome to pause the video if you want to. Okay, then we've got the Epheria Cog Fallen Vel Pirates Legacy. Reach level 2 shipyard. Feel free to pause the video. You can have a quick read of that. The Bartali Sailboat can be purchased from Protty at the Dancing Marlin Tavern in Velia. Can now be upgraded to the Epheria Sailboat or Epheria Frigate through the upgrade systems. Ships can be upgraded by interacting with the wharf manager and then selecting the ship you want to upgrade. Now the Bartali Sailboats can be upgraded with the following materials. And it says right here, upgrading the Bartali Sailboat to the Epheria Sailboat. So items that you're going to need are right here, and how to obtain from the upgrade permit, purchase from Fallacy. For ship gear, purchase from Fallacy and then enhance it. So you're going to need the old stuff, and you're going to need to enhance that. Gathering, processing, you're going to need these items right here. Upgrading the Bartali Sailboat to the Epheria Frigate. Again, guys, you're going to need these items right here, and you're going to need to purchase them from Fallacy, and for ship gear you need to purchase them and then enhance them. And the same deal with the gathering, you're going to need these ones right here. So the boat upgrade pieces that are required to upgrade a Bartali Sailboat can be purchased from Fallacy, then enhanced with Blackstone armors and concentrated magical Blackstones. The improved Epheria Sailboat and improved Epheria Frigate have been added as an upgrade option to Epheria Sailboat and Epheria Frigate respectively. These ships are identical to the Epheria Sailboat and Epheria Frigate stats-wise, but they are able to use the sailing skill Volley. The improved Epheria Sailboat and the improved Frigate can be upgraded to the Epheria Caravel or Epheria Galleass, just like the Epheria Sailboat and Epheria Frigate. Okay guys, so to upgrade your Epheria Sailboat to the improved Epheria Sailboat, you're going to need to purchase these items here from Fallacy, and you're going to need these gathering and processing resources right here. And to upgrade the frigate to the improved frigate, again guys, purchase these ones from Fallacy, and you're going to need these gathering and processing items. Now they look the same, exactly the same as the regular sailboat and the frigate. It says here the Epheria Caravel and the Galleass have been added. To be honest, I don't know, they look kind of the same to me, but here we go as well. The Epheria Caravel is upgraded from the sailboat. The ship has plenty of space for trading and bartering with 30 inventory slots and 10,000 LT capacity. The Galleass is upgraded from the Epheria Frigate. This ship is designed for battle with 4 cannons on each side of the ship for a total of 8 cannons. You cannot mount the cannons on the Caravel and the Galleass, however, they can be fired while you are steering the ship. To upgrade your ship, make sure you check your boat into the wharf manager, then add the required materials to upgrade it, as you can see right here, guys. Alright, now, upgrading to the Caravel. What you're going to need is you're going to need a ship permit, which you can purchase from Fallacy. You're going to need to also get these items and upgrade them, so you can purchase them from Fallacy and enhance them. Now you're going to need these items right here, which you can get from defeating sea monsters. You're going to need these 2 items, which can be bartered for using level 2 sea trade goods. And you're going to need deep sea memory filled glue, which can be get from level 3 sea trade goods. And this one from the Aquila's Eye. Now to upgrade the Epheria Galleass, again, you're going to need to get these ones here from Fallacy. Upgrade the ones that need to be upgraded. Again, these ones from sea monsters. These ones from bartering level 2. These ones from defeating sea monsters and can be bartered for using level 4 trade goods. And this one here, exchange with level 5 sea trade goods, dry Khan scale ×1 to obtain moon scale plywood ×10. Reward for daily quests at Aquila's Eye. Exchange with crow coins at the crow coin shop. So there's a couple of ways that you can get that one. All materials that require enhancing can be force enhanced at each level. Khan will be released in the future update. However, Khan's Scale and Khan's Tendon are currently available via the Crow Coin Shop and Bartering. The new enhancement material, Verdant Blackstone, is used to enhance the gear that is required to upgrade the Epheria Caravel and the Galleass. Ravinia and her sisters will give Crow Merchants Guild barter vouchers for level 1 sea trade goods. Hand over the Crow Merchant Guild vouchers at Ravinia and exchange them for Verdant Blackstones. Okay, you can do that at Crow's Nest, Ilia Island, Epheria, and Valia. New equipment for use on the Caravel and the Galleass has been added. Green grade equipment for the Caravel and the Galleass can be bought from Fallacy. Equipment for the new ships can be bartered for or bought through the Crow Coin Exchange that can be enhanced using the following Blackstones at the stated enhancement levels. So, enhancement level 0 to 5, you're going to use the Fiery Blackstones, and at 6 to 10, you're going to use the Frosted Blackstones. The enhancement level does not drop when the enhancement attempt fails for the new ship equipment, unlike the pre-existing equipment. So, the Epheria Caravel Black Dragon Prow, level 4 ship part workshop you're going to need. These are materials that you're going to need, and this is how you obtain it. Feel free to pause the video, guys, if you want to have a look at these. The Caravel Upgrading Plating, level 4 ship workshop. These are the items you need. This is how you can obtain it. Epheria Caravel Maina Cannon. Again, guys, this is what you need. This is where you can obtain it. The Epheria Caravel Stratus Wind Sail. This is what you're going to need, and this is how you can obtain it. And the Stratus Wind Sail right here. This is for the Caravel again, and how you can get it. And this is for the Galleass now, the Black Dragon Prow. You're going to need this right here, and that's how you can get it. The Galleass Upgrading Plating right here, guys. These items, and that's how you can obtain it. The Epheria Galleass Maina Cannon materials that you're going to need, and that's how you get it. Alright. The Stratus Wind Sail for the Galleass right here, guys, and that's how you can obtain it. So, you're going to need a level 4 ship part workshop, which you're going to need workers in there, and you can get the workers to build them for you once you have all these items. Now, the Epheria Carrack has been added. This is the upgraded version of the Caravel and the Galleass. There you go. That's it right there. Looks pretty freaking cool to me. Okay. Boat to be upgraded. So once you've got the Epheria Caravel, you can upgrade it to the Carrack Advance or the Carrack Balance. And the same with the Galleass. It can be upgraded to the Volante or the Valor. The Epheria Carrack Advance and Epheria Carrack Balance are specialized for bartering due to their weight and space capacity. The Carrack Volante and Carrack Valor are specialized for combat due to their outstanding mobility and short cooldowns for cannons. The following materials are required for crafting the Epheria Carracks. The items that you're going to need right here, created at the ship part workshop, then enhanced. This one right here, this is how you can get it there. There's a couple of different ways you can get that. Then you've got this one. You're going to need 144 of those. Defeating sea monsters. This one right here. Exchange level 5 sea trade goods. Tier of the ocean. You're going to need Aquila's Eye. And this one. Exchange level 5 sea trade goods. Upgrading the Epheria Carrack Balance. Again, guys, right here. So I'm just going to pause this. Or you can pause this, sorry. And you can just have a quick read of that. Upgrading the Epheria Carrack Volante. Again, guys, feel free to pause it and have a quick read of that one. Upgrading the Epheria Carrack, the Valor, which is right here. That's all of the items that you're going to need. Now, the Epheria Carrack Advanced Balance Volante Valor specific items have been added. Okay, so these are the specific items that for each of those. Each ship can only equip the items that are designed for it. For example, the Carrack Valor can only equip the Valor items, not the Volante items. Added the excavation nodes to get the materials needed for blue-grade Epheria Carrack ship parts. Okay, so on these islands right here is where you can get those. You can find the workshop and unlock the excavation nodes by using up to 10 energy from the following item node managers. You go to each one of these node managers, you spend 10 energy, and you can unlock the excavation nodes. Added Cairo's ship part workshop to the Epheria Island 3 house. Cairo's ship part workshops can be used to craft the 16 types of Cairo's ship parts and the sunset blackstone that is used to enhance them. The recipes for each of the ship parts are as follows. So guys, again, this is the item, the materials required. I'll just quickly do this, and you can pause them as you need to if you want to have a quick look. Sunset blackstone is right there. Epheria Cog ship parts upgrade permits can be purchased from Filiberto Fallacy at Port Epheria. The improved Epheria Sailboat, improved Epheria Frigate, the Caravel, the Galleass, and the Carracks all have access to the new volley skill. Volley is a skill which allows you to shoot your cannons from the left or the right side of the ship while being behind the ship. Volley is available from Sailing Beginner 1. Volley skill has different cooldowns depending on the ship. The improved Epheria Sailboat, improved Frigate, Caravel, and the Galleass and the Epheria Carracks all have access to Focus Fire. Converting to Focus Fire mode will completely change the field of vision, allowing for more accurate cannon bombardment. You can fire faster and farther in Focus Fire. You can use Focus Fire with other ship skills except for during the ram skill. The following inputs are used for Focus Fire. So this is the left side Focus Fire. You can have a quick look at that, and the right side Focus Fire, so you can see the inputs required to do that. Focus Fire can be used with the following ships: the Carrack, the Galleass, the Caravel, the Epheria Sailboat, the improved Sailboat, and the improved Frigate. The reload times for cannons on both port and starboard are separate. This means you can shoot the cannons on the port side, then fire immediately on the starboard side. The cannons on both the port and starboard side can be fired simultaneously. However, in Focus Fire mode, only one side can be fired at a time. Upgrading to a ship with the volley skill will mean that manual use of the cannons is unavailable. The following ships are now considered large ships: Guild Galley, Epheria Sailboat, improved Sailboat, Epheria Frigate, improved Frigate, Bartali Sailboat, the Caravel, the Galleass, and the Carracks. When a large ship is destroyed or remotely collected, normal items are not destroyed. However, all barter items are destroyed. So guys, make sure that if you are going to remote collect your ship, do not have any barter items in the inventory. You will lose them all. The damage system, which applies to guild galleys, Epheria sailboats, frigates, also applies to other large ships. Ships will receive 10% damage to durability each time they are destroyed. If their durability reaches 100% loss, you can no longer use the ships. You can use the restore function at the wharf manager to recover ships. The cost of restoring damage requires silver and may vary depending on the ship. The anchor UI will activate when you approach a puppy or otter barterer on an island while you are on your ship. Okay, so there you go. Anchor displays the options available for the item: explore or supply. Send sailors to the items. So we already know that. You can send your sailors to the items to do various things for you. Barter offers barters to the barterer. Pressing the anchor button will cause the ship to stop in place. The ship cannot move again until the depart function has been selected. Explore and supply the functions that use sailors. You must have at least one sailor for these functions to be used. Alright, so we've already covered what the explore and supply can do. Explore can occasionally start automatically while sailing. This can only happen if you have at least one sailor on board. The effects of explore are as follows. Yep, okay, we already know that. We've already covered a little bit about the sailors. Sailors can be hired to work on your large ships, right? So we know you've got to complete that quest to get the sailors. After you've done that, you can hire sailors. You need the contracts, which cost 3 million silver. And you can purchase them from Fallacy or Islam Bartali, or from Proix in the Velia Tavern. Different sailors provide different effects to your ship. Some will provide offensive boosts. Some will provide speed and turning boosts. Find the right sailor set up for your ship. Sailors can consume cabin space on large ships. The weight of sailors can also be calculated in your current boat's weight limit. Alright, so sailors will gain XP when killing sea monsters or when bartering or special bartering. Sailor XP is increased depending on the number of sailors on your ship. So one sailor is going to get 100%, 2 to 3 will get 120%, 4 to 5 will get 140%, 6 to 7, 160%, and 8 to 10, 180%. So, and then that is divided amongst the sailors. Okay, so there you go. So if you've got, say, 10 sailors, right, they're going to get around 18% each. All right, guys, so there you go. Sailors' condition and sickness. So we know that the sailors can get sick if they're not fed. So you can feed them with the raisin bread or the chowder, and you can keep them healthy. Now, if the sailor's condition gets too low, we know that they're going to get sick. Now, if the sailor does get sick, remember you can use the elixir of regeneration, which you can craft using these items right here. Now, the boatmen and special sailors. Guild galleys and Epheria Sailboat frigates can be equipped with one sailor or boatman, depending on which type of boat used. Special sailors are equipped to guild galleys. Boatmen are equipped to Epheria Sailboats and frigates. Only one can be used on a ship at a time. Guild galley sailors can be purchased from a guild wharf manager for 2.5 million silver and can only be equipped by guild leaders. Boatmen on Epheria ships can be purchased for 1 million silver and 500 amity from one of 4 NPCs. These can be upgraded for the cost of 1,000 amity with Ditchsea Born for guild sailors and Fallacy for boatmen upgrades. Once they are upgraded, their contract is good for 7 days. Contract renewals last 1 day and can be extended up to 7 times. To renew, you need to talk to Tyrol at DS Farm. The Aquila's Eye, new island to explore. Okay, so a strange natural phenomenon occurs at Aquila's Eye every 3 hours. Many say they have witnessed an enormous water spout rising from the central of the island. The sheer power of the water is said to be enough to severely injure even the thickest skilled adventurers. Whenever this occurs, treasures that were buried deep in the waters are said to appear. When Aquila's Eye is ready to spout the message, something strange is going on in the great ocean. If your character is nearby, the force of the spout will be enough to kill you. There are no penalties if you die to the water spout. The water spout causes 3 large explosions and various types of treasure chests will appear. These treasure chests can be opened using 1 silver key. The following items can be earned from the treasure chests. Alright guys, so you can pause that and have a look at those items right there. Auto merchants of Aquila's Eye will trade you rare items from the depths of the ocean for various items you can collect at sea. Auto merchants appear every hour, and alerts an auto merchant appeared nearby will appear. There is a chance for an auto merchant with better trade conditions to appear. So these are the NPCs right here. And you guys can just pause that and have a look at the items you require for exchange, the quantities, and the exchange item that you can get. Okay, this is Hesio, Oricio, Churio, Turio, Bolio, and Girio. New gatherable items were added. Equipped a hoe to gather from spotted coral and sea fans. Iridescent coral and iridescent coral pieces can be obtained from gathering these items. Ebenruth's Knoll, a new treasure item, has been added. This item can only be installed on the Epheria Carrack. Ebenruth's Knoll allows Epheria Carracks to use Breezy Sail twice in a row and increases the Breezy Sail movement distance by 50%. You can obtain Ebenruth's Knoll by combining Ebenruth and Symbol Engraved Knoll in your inventory. The Symbol Engraved Knoll can be obtained from a treasure chest of a sailor. You can obtain Ebenruth by processing Aquila's Flower times 1,000 and Aquila's Tear. Aquila's Tear can be purchased from the Crow Coin shop, and Aquila's Flowers can be obtained by chance when bartering from treasure chest of a sailor. Added the moss-covered map to be obtainable with a low chance of defeating saltwater crocodiles. You can remove the moss from the moss-covered map with Ravinia's Moss Remover, purchasable from Crowcoin shops. This will give you torn treasure map piece. Combine 9 of the different pieces to obtain the treasure map of a sailor. The treasure map of a sailor will expire in 1 day, so complete it as quick as possible. The Symbol Engraved Knoll and the other valuable items can be obtained through the treasure chest of a sailor. Quest changes. The main quest, Aquila's Eye, have been added, which sees Jarrett Demongat's mercenary unravel the mysteries of Aquilla's Eye. This quest can be started by accepting the Vigorous Velia quest from the Black Spirit while in the Galleass region with a level 50 or higher character. Daily quests have been added for Aquilla's Eye. So I'm not going to read all these guys. You can pause this and have a look at that. 7 types of daily sailing quests were added to the Dancing Marlin's Tavern. So you just can have a look at that. Remember, the sailing quest will give you the sailing XP if you guys want to know how you can boost your sailing XP. While out at sea, you can find wayward pigeons flying about. Shoot the pigeons with a matchlock. You can earn one of the following quests randomly, which is those ones right there. Adventurers who have the following quests active will need to accept them again following the update. These ones right here. A weekly quest has been added to Aquilla's Eye. NPC Herod Romson, allowing you to obtain Wind's Blessing in Aquilla's Eye. This item will allow you to instantly resurrect your mount. This quest can be done by characters level 50 or higher and can be completed once per week. Quest name is the Preparing to Set Sail for the Great Ocean. This is the objectives, and that's what you get out of it with the rewards. The following guild quest silver reward has been doubled for these ones right here. So if your guild size is small, these quests medium, there you go, large right there, and extra large is these ones here. The following quests have been added to Ravinia of Crow's Nest. The ship upgrade logs all the way up to 7. The quests listed above can be completed in order across 7 days. You can receive a Ravinia's Wiggly Waggly letter from Ravinia each day upon completing the quest. Open the letter to get a random quest from Ravinia. There are a variety of items to be obtained from completing these quests. If you forfeit the quest given by the letter, you will not be able to re-accept that quest again later. If you accept the quest from the letter, you will not be able to open another letter. Items. A new store has opened for Crow Coin, so we know that we do that. A new item to resurrect dead and destroyed mounts. Wind's Blessing has been added. When using this item, you must be within 100 meters of the dead or destroyed mount. The mount will be revived with full HP, durability, and stamina. Monsters. The probability of receiving the following items from killing sea monsters has increased if you're killing these sea monsters right there. Strange events have occurred in Al-Halam Sea near Orisha Island, and the Alternovians have started to refer to the region as the Sea of Silence. The location of sea monsters, which were originally concentrated to the Ross and Margoria seas, have expanded to inland areas. These sea monsters will not attack first, so adventurers who enjoy hotspot fishing or harpooning can do so without being attacked. The newly introduced Sea of Silence replaced the young Hekaru spot and is more profitable than other areas. Phantom ships frequently appear in the Sea of Silence. Defeating these phantom ships with cannons to get rewards that can be sold to vendors for a high price. Cannons for the Epheria Sailboats, Frigates, and the Galleass inflict high damage on the phantom ships. With the Great Expedition, the habitats of these monsters have changed as well. Hungry Herakus and Ocean Stalkers are roaming near the islands. They won't attack unless attacked first. The young Hekaru and Ocean Stalker habitats can be found south of Padix Island in the vast oceans north of Lima Island. Hekaru and Ocean Stalker habitats can be found between the Ross Sea and Margoria Sea. Nine Shark, Candidum, and Black Rust habitats can be found beyond Margoria. Goldmont pirate ships roam in between sea monster habitats. Sea monsters have been responsible for the sinking of numerous ships that have ventured too far into uncharted waters. Defeating them will allow you to acquire barter items, which can be used to craft new ships and gear. Cox pirates, after hearing about the opening of Dancing Marlin, have bunkered down into various island locations looking to find rum. You can find drunken snipers lurking in the barracks. Cursed pirate ships will appear from the Sea of Silence. Added the summon scroll to summon the Cox Pirate's ghost. Cox Pirate's shadow ghost will appear when they see you on your ship. However, they will not attack first. Attacking the ghost will make your character its primary target. Defeating the shadow ghost has the chance to give you items to summon the Cox Pirate ghost. According to some people of Aquilla's Eye, you can run into Lopters, defeating them to obtain unknown items that will start a quest. UI changes, sailor management, and barter menus have been added to the main menu. Alright guys, so that was page 1 of the patch notes. Now we've got page 2. This is going to go into Sycraia Underwater Ruins. So let's go into this one. The new area has been discovered beneath, so we know this. 230 AP is recommended for adventurers looking to explore this area, which is what I said before. You can access the ruins by diving into the sea and swimming down to the entrance. It is recommended that you use items or costumes that will help increase your underwater breathing, since you need to dive to the ocean floor. You cannot reach it if you do not have a shark outfit, or you're using some kind of potions or elixir or something that's going to give you underwater breathing. Memories of the deep sea zone drop here. They can be used to open the door to enter the abyssal zone. The abyssal zone is recommended for experienced adventurers only. Recommended AP is 280. There you go, guys. That's what I said before. And there are many monsters here that will apply debuffs to attack and casting speed. To get to the abyssal zone, you need to have the memories of the deep sea, which you need to make, and then you need to interact with the sealed device. Escaping from Sycraia Ancient Ruins will place you next to the general goods vendor. When using spawn at a safe zone in Sycraia Abyssal Zone, you will be teleported to Racid Island. Sycraia Ancient Ruins falls under the Racid Island node. So if you guys are looking to level that node, that's what it is, the Racid Island node. So the new accessory Tongued Ring has been added to the game and is dropped in Sycraia Underwater Ruins. So here you go, guys. So this is the one that drops, the Tongued Ring. Gives you 6 AP, 2 accuracy, and 10% Black Spirit's Rage. And all the way down to the pen, you can see gives you 21 AP, 12 accuracy, and you still get the 10% Black Spirit's Rage. This is the best AP ring in the game if you guys are running AP builds. So Tongued Rings have been added to the following Mysterious Chest, Marnie Supply Box, Petrudio's Black Market Shop. The Frenzy Draft has also been added to the game. This requires Abyssal Essence, which is a rare drop in both Protty Cave and Sycraia Underwater Ruins. To craft a Frenzy Draft, combine Abyssal Essence ×1, Elixir of Demi-Human Hunt ×3, Elixir of Frenzy ×3, and 1 Tears of the Falling Moon through Simple Alchemy. So the Frenzy Draft gives you a massive AP boost, accuracy boost, gives you increased stamina, increased HP, critical hit, weight increase, lasts for 15 minutes with a 10-second cooldown. The only negative to it is you'd lose 15 DP. Alright guys, so there you go. Make sure you take that into account. Alright, so Sycraia lives with Ancient Root. We've already talked about Sycraia and how he can be summoned. Okay, the new daily quests have been added for Sycraia Underwater Ruins, which are those ones right there. You need a level 60 or higher character which has completed the boss witch hunting or looking for adventurers quests. The following quests can be received by a level 61 or higher character who's completed those other quests as well, which are these ones here. Great Marnie Stone is introduced with the Sycraia Upper Zone. The Marnie Stone Sycraia and Marnie Stone 2 are also available. And new titles have been added along with the release of Sycraia: Tough Interviewer, Pirate Ruins Planner, and Dragon King of the Sea. Protty Cave, we've already talked about Protty Cave, is a recommended AP of 170 AP. Watch out for the various monsters that are there. Protty Cavern can also drop Ancient Spirit Dust, Ancient Seal Red Shards, Sycraid Song, and also the Rainbow Coral Ring. Alright guys, which is this one here. And it can be upgraded all the way to Pen for 15 AP, 12 accuracy, and 100 HP. A new quest line is available which will take you to Protty Cave in Sycraia. The Mortally Wounded Man is available for adventurers who are level 58 or higher and have completed the Token of Lemuria Guards quest from Camisylvia. The Protty Cave daily quests have been added. These are available to adventurers who are level 58 or above, which are those ones right there. Or a full list of the Agris Fever points consumed in Protty Cave and Sycraia Underwater Ruins can be found right here. And more information regarding these two areas. I can link these in the description below, along with all these pages as well, guys, so you're more than welcome to come and have a look at that later. Alright, so the Padix Island revamp, guys, so we've already gone over this. It's a 270 AP zone, and it is a duo grinding area, so you can come here with a friend, and you can grind together. Alright, so we already know that the Violent Cox Pirates increase their AP and DP. They ignore the Guard and Super Armor status. Okay, you can make the Mutant Lower Flower Neutralizer by getting these items right here and Simple Alchemy into this neutralizer. Hazelnut, the general goods vendor on the Kuwait Island, sells Mutant Lower Flower for 1.2 million and the Lower Flower Neutralizer for the 3 million silver. Quests about Cox Pirates and Padix Island have been added. You must be level 61 or higher to accept these quests. Ethereal earrings have been added to the game. You can get these from the monsters at Padix Island, and you can also get them from Patrigio's Black Market shop. Okay, so that's this one right here, and it can be enhanced all the way to pen for 20 DP, 15 evasion, damage reduction, and accuracy. New titles have been added along with the Padix Island revamp, and I can link this page in the description below. Content changes, guys. The change was reflected in the 12th of May update. We apologize for not highlighting earlier. The life skill nodes, which were removed during a previous update, have been re-added. Added the ability to rename the workers, so the workers' names are visible to only you. The workers' names will reset once the worker has been registered to the worker exchange. Item changes. Fix an issue where the magical elixir items did not display their names correctly in the crafting notes. NPC background sound changes. Fix the minimap for the Glyph runes in Serendia so that it appears as intended. Change the topography for certain sections of Invernon Island and Timbera Island. NodeWar and Conquest War changes. The participation rewards for NodeWar have been changed to Resplendent Medals of Honor. Shining Medals of Honor are no longer available as a participation award. However, they can be exchanged for the same items in the same manner as before. The list of items exchangeable with the Resplendent Medals of Honor include both the list of items exchangeable with the Shining Medals of Honor and the newly added items below. Alright guys, so this, I'm not going to go through and read this all. So the required item is this one. So the 20 Medals of Honor gets you that. 50 Medals of Honor gets you these ones right here. 100 gets you those. 150, 210 gets you Essence of Courage. Okay. New crystals can now be acquired through simple alchemy using the Essence of Courage. Depending on the type of crystal used as an ingredient, you can acquire Jin, Bon, and Wan glorious crystals of courage with the same type of ignore resistance effect. So this is the ingredients you're going to need, and this is the effects right here. Alright, so the items is here, and this is the effect for the Jin, the Bon, and the Wan crystal of courage. Fix an issue where any item placed in a NodeWar could be removed by anyone in the guild. Quest changes. Fix the issue where the Crippling Fear quest did not show the main quest window. UI changes. Added a My Stable feature to view where your land mounts are from the world map. This is really good, guys, because it's so freaking annoying trying to go through every stable everywhere, trying to see where your mounts are. So now you've got the stables here on the left hand side, and you can see what horses are checked into what stables around the map. When buying items with a purchase limit through NPCs, the message alerting you of the amount you can purchase will now appear in red if you have reached the maximum number of purchases. New players who have the Rookie Adventurer name will receive a new message through the loading screen after they change their family name. Workers will now immediately stop working when their work is cancelled, so you don't have to wait for the worker to complete their task. Change the format for the worker's promotion test results sent by the work supervisor. The in-game mail will now display the upgraded rank of the worker if they pass the promotion test. All instances in the UI with additional copy have been changed to single copy. You can now repair horse gear with the campsite repair tool. And Ancient Spirit Dust has been listed to the possible drops in Archman and Histria. System changes. Fix an issue where the amity of an NPC would occasionally show 0 when swapping channels. The actual number was unaffected. Fix an issue where the hide other adventurers function was active. Players with negative karma were hidden too. And there's just some other changes there that you guys can pause and have a read of that if you want to. Okay guys, last page of the patch notes, we've got character changes. Now there's been massive character balances happening, and they did say that in the stream that this wasn't going to be the last one. There will be more, but they've done a major overhaul on the character changes, and I believe that this is going to really change the game for the better in terms of PvP. So the maximum increase and decrease percentages for attack speed, cast speed, and movement speed have been changed. Okay, so the maximum attack speed, cast speed, movement speed increased 250%. The standard default was 100%. And the maximum attack speed, casting speed, and movement speed decrease was 50%. The standard default was 100%. The changes made to this content focus more on the decreased percentage of each stat than the increased percentage. Before, multiple applications of a skills effect on a special effect at once could have reduced the speed of any one of these stats up to 99%. Since this is quite punishing for adventurers and is disruptive to the game's action-oriented gameplay, the maximum decrease percentage that can be applied to each of these stats has been limited to 50%, even if the effects are applied through the multiple skills at once. 3 new skills exclusive to Node and Conquest Wars have been added. You can only learn one of the 3 skills at a time. These skills can be learned using a secret book, which can be acquired by exchanging the Resplendent Medal of Honor and NodeWar reward. Okay, so the skill right here, Yanaros Light, gives you a +5 to 25 magic DP increase. Pilgrim Steps 1 to 5, +5 to 25 range DP increase. And the Knight's Defense 1 to 5 gives you a +5 to 25 melee DP increase. Now, with this update, 3 passive skills exclusive to Node and Conquest Wars are now available for all classes. Each of these skills will increase one of the following: melee DP, range DP, or magic DP. But be warned, you can only learn one of the 3 skills at a time, so choose wisely. For instance, if you choose Yanaros Light to increase your magic DP, you will not be able to acquire Pilgrim Steps or Knight's Defense. So just make sure, guys, that depending on your class, you choose the right one. Many of the Black Desert's range greatest battles are waged in Node and Conquest Wars, and the data retrieved from these wars across the regions are constantly being retrieved and examined. Class distribution, damage, and kill-death ratios. Stats like these have a huge impact on how large-scale battles play out. To level the playing field and lessen the possibility of a battle being too heavily influenced by these factors, we've added skills that give adventurers the options to increase DP for a specific type of damage. However, since these skills are specific to Node and Conquest Wars, learning them isn't as simple as just investing skill points into the desired skills. These skills also require special secret books, which can be acquired by exchanging Resplendent Medals of Honor, a new reward for participating in Node Wars. Lastly, although each class has been granted individual use for these passive skills, we will look into adding guild skills exclusive to Node and Conquest Wars if conditions are not optimal in these large-scale battles. Alright, so that's the Node and Conquest War changes. Now, the class changes, guys. This is the one that everyone has been waiting for. The class balance patch you've all been waiting for is finally here. This update brings a bunch of changes, both big and small, to classes. The focus of this update was to make improvements to all classes. However, regardless of the upgrades made to entire classes or classes that were already considered strong, adjustments and nerfs inevitably had to be made for certain skills that were too powerful in comparison to the overall changes being implemented in this balance patch. We will monitor these changes specifically on the official servers and make additional changes as needed. Improvements for all classes will continue to be developed after this balance patch. We are continuously checking the feedback left by adventurers on the official website, the official Discord, and other platforms, so we hope you're looking forward to more of these kinds of updates. Okay, guys, now, I'm not going to read all of these. This page will be linked in the description below, but I'm just going to slowly scroll through these, and you can pause them at any time if you want to read. Like, let's say if you're a warrior, you want to read your balance changes, just pause the video and you guys can just have a quick read as I go through. Okay, so we're going to start here. And that's it for the warrior. Ranger. Alright, sorceress. Normally I would read out sorceress because it's my class, but there's just so much in this video that I'm just not even going to bother. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to read this myself a little bit later. Berserker. Alright, and Tamer. Again, guys, just pause the video if you get to a point where you want to read a specific thing for your class. Musa. Maywa. Valkyrie. Kanoichi. Ninja. Wizard. And if you guys do a lot of PvP, I would say it's probably a good idea to read the changes in other classes as well, because it's going to give you a really good idea about what changes were made and how you can use that to your kind of advantage when you're doing PvP. Striker. Mystic. Lan. I'm curious to see what they say about Sage. Archer. Shy. Guardian. Hashashin. Nova. Sage. And that's it. All right, guys. So that's the class balances and patches there. You guys can have a read of those for your individual classes. Again, all these pages I'm going to link in the description below as well. Okay, so getting on now to the only event that's been added. So event number 1, the Great Expedition, is not for any rookie or sailor. You'll need grit, heart, and a good handle on sailing. That being said, some residents of the Black Desert world are willing to grant you a good amount of sailing XP, provided that you complete some of their quests. All right, guys. So the quest is during the event period, you will be able to gain twice the amount of sailing XP when completing the quest below. Sailing XP will be doubled from the following quest completion rewards. However, there will be no additional rewards. Okay, so quests: Wanted Hekaru, Wanted Ocean Stalker, Looming Threats from the Ocean, and Ocean Predators. The quest NPC is Carracks in Velia. Sailing level beginner 3 or higher. That's what you're going to need. And you're going to get all of the same normal rewards, except you're going to get double the sailing XP. Then you've got these ones here, which you can get from Dias in Port Epheria. Again, double the sailing XP. These ones here, which you get from Proix in Velia. There you go, that's the rewards. And these ones from Maya in Velia as well. All right, now the 2x sailing XP event will not apply to the daily quests added to Aquila's Eye. Event number 2, POG for Epheria Cog. What is sailing XP if you don't have a boat? Complete the 1-hour playtime challenge to obtain the ship license piece Epheria Cog. If you obtain 6 or more of these pieces, you will be able to exchange them for a ship license Epheria Cog, Galleass certified. All right, so remember the Cog is the fastest ship in the seas. But I believe the Cog also cannot be repaired, guys. So just keep that in mind. All right, so how to obtain a ship license Epheria Cog Galleass certified. After obtaining the 6 Epheria Cog ship license pieces or more, speak with the wharf manager of Velia, Croix, to exchange the items for the ship license Epheria Cog. You'll be able to exchange the ship license piece Epheria Cog items after the event period is over. Epheria Cog has lower combat ability and capacity compared to other ships, but is a new ship that boasts fast speeds. Epheria Cog cannot be used once its durability is depleted. Okay, so it's limited on its durability. Skulls for skulls. While the Great Expedition has been welcomed by the majority of the Black Desert world, Sheila, Creo, and Gershman are having issues with certain monsters that can now be found. They have put a bounty on certain monsters, promising to reward adventurers with ancient coin of the deep sea. While the coins are worth their weight in silver, 2.2 million silver to be exact, rumor has it that Igor Bartali is willing to trade ship licenses for these coins. During the event period, collect certain types of loot from Protty Cave and Sycraia so that you can exchange them for better items. So the exchange NPCs are Sheila, Creo, and Gershman from Protty Cave and Sycraia Underwater Ruins. So these are the items that are required, the location of the items, and you can exchange them for these coins. Gershman will be removed following the June 8th update maintenance. You can only exchange the items during the event period, so make sure you hand them all in before the event runs out. Ancient coins of the deep sea items can be exchanged for the following. From Igor Bartali, you hand them in, you give them those, and you're going to be able to get 180 will give you a Epheria Sailboat, and 900 will give you a Frigate. So there's a really good way, guys, that you can go and you can get a ship, a Frigate, or a Sailboat without having to go and build it yourself. All right, so that's the event. Now the last thing is the Pearl Shop updates, guys. Now there is the 25 Pearl event going on right now, so you can get all of these items right here. You feel free to pause the screen, have a quick read of those, all for 25 Pearl. The things that really stand out to me, like the Thea's Orb, 25 Pearls, that's incredibly valuable if you're looking to re-roll your fairy skills. Inventory expansion coupon ×2, 25 pearls, that's really good. The item brand stoned as well, 25 pearls if you've got a fishing rod or something that you want to brand, and the rest of it, guys. Mouse skill exchange coupon, 25 pearls, all very valuable, guys. So there you go. Okay, so now next we've got the Denum diving suit set. This is a 7-day one. You can buy it for 100 silver, so make sure you go ahead and you get yourself one of those. Basically, that's free. Enhancement Blessing Pack 30. This diving set is going... This diving suit right here is going to help you get into Sycraia Ruins. Okay? The Enhancement Blessing Pack, 30% off 2,501 pearls. Enhancement Blessing Pack ×2, 30% off 4,654 pearls. Lucky 2021 Pack, 30% off 4,685 pearls. Double Night Cat Pack, 25% off 5,100 pearls. Guys, when I'm just going through this, if there's something that you want to read, just pause the video, because you can read it yourself if there's a pack that you're interested in. 20% off 2,400 pearls. Inventory plus 50 package, 30% off 3,255 pearls. That's really cool. Herculean Strength Pack, 20% off 1,560 pearls. Herculean Strength Pack 2, 30% off 1,890 pearls. Herculean Strength Pack 3, 40% off 2,430 pearls. Alright, the Shoedad Black all-in-one pack. That's the Shoedad armor set. 30% off 5,880 pearls, which gives you that outfit set plus all of the other stuff included. Now for Sage, you've got 30% off 5,880 pearls. Shy, same, 5,530 pearls for the Shy one. And for the other classes who just want the premium set, it's 3,400 pearls and 2,900 pearls for the Shy. Epheria Marine Classic set, 2,900 pearls for, depending on the class that you have. Epheria Marine Classic set 2, 2,900 pearls. Marine Romance Outfit set, 2,200 pearls. Outfit set number 2, 2,200 pearls. Premium Starter Package, which is, there you go, that's everything in there. 65% off 3,010 pearls. And that's really good, guys. With the contract maids, you get all of the, you get a lot of inventory storage there. You also get a lot of city storage increase there, and a skill preset coupon as well. That's really good. Okay, now on sale, storage expansion coupon. One slot is... Okay, so one slot, 20% off, 20 pearls. 4 slots, 68 pearls. And 8 slots is 120 pearls. The Margoria Whale Furniture Set, 50% off, 1,250 pearls. Coral Furniture Set, 50% off, 1,250 pearls. And the Functional Costume category, 30% off for every functional costume in the Pearl Shop. Now, Otter. 1,000 pearls. I'm gonna assume that that's a pet. Okay, for the otter. The Ballanois ship part set. Okay, for all of those is 4,900 pearls, which I think this is what this is right here. Jukebox, the Waves of Port Rat, 1,000 pearls. Captain's Medallion, 500 pearls. Purchase restriction, 14 per family. Tears of the Star, 50 pearls. Night Cat Premium set for Tamer, 3,400 pearls. For Kanoichi, 3,400. The La Asian Classic set for Maewa, 2,900 pearls. The Ancient Underwear, ASEAN Underwear for Maewa, 700 pearls. The Maewa La ASEAN Eye Patch, 500 pearls. And the ship license, if you guys just want to buy yourself one of the Epheria Cogs, it's 1,000 pearls. There you go, guys. That took me so long to do, but we are finally done. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the update. If there's something that you wish we got that we didn't get, or if you're excited for certain things, I want to hear you guys' thoughts about it. But guys, yeah, I try to get through that as fast as possible. Hope you stuck around till the end, but I appreciate all of you for watching. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one.